So let's tell you about Palace. Rolling straight to the ceiling, crowns and crystals, top like journeys, dishing out malice. Hold up, South London's grandest, far from bandits. Anything earning for all of innovation, just passing the team over here might finish out bright future we can't vanish. It's E2's finally day that said us. Rev up the engines, no more reverse reactions, fankers, bands on stream. Share up the team, support the dream team when eagles fly, make noise and scheme. Dare to dream or dream to dare, taking a step to become supreme.
Good evening, guys. Good evening. This is the Man United match reaction. I'm fuming. I'm still fuming.
Are you? All right. Tell me more. Let it out, Rich. Let it out.
We're going to start with the positives. Because I think everything else is going to require a bit more time.
Yeah.
And stuff. Here with Tim, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm less fuming than I was yesterday. I was incandescent yesterday. I'm a little bit more sober today. But yeah, what a disgrace, which I know we're going to get into.
Absolutely. And a big up, I see obviously Chairman and Mary in the chat already not happy with the poll in the chat. The reason why I've done it that way is because the referee blew, and we'll get into it into more detail.
Yeah,
those were going to be the only two viable options he could give. He was never going to give it as a yellow and a free kick. That was never going to be an option for the ref because he went and said it's dog so. So that's why I've obviously just had those two options of free kick in red or penalty in yellow, which brings in the double jeopardy law and stuff. But yeah, we'll get into that. I mean, we came into this game, and I'll be honest with you, I was like, the other fixtures have actually gone in our favour for starters.
Yep.
And I didn't expect anything from this game, more so because of how Carrick's turned Man United around, and he's actually done a decent job.
Yeah.
But my goodness me, that first half an hour, we were outstanding.
100%.
What did you make of it, Tim?
I loved it. It's the best I have seen us play in a while. That was night and day from the Wolves performance, Rich. And I remember, I think you may have, while Dee and I were doing the watch along yesterday morning, I think you may have popped in briefly, just commenting on the lineup and saying, I'm all right with this. Like, there is a strategy here to run in behind. And there was some of that, but the best part of it was, and we'll come on to the latter stages of the game, but I just want to make this point first. There was excellent link-up play. Oh, my word. There's one-touch passing. Sarr is running into the area, putting Man United defenders immediately under pressure. I was like, where has this been? I've been dying to see this again. And it was so encouraging. It was genuinely uplifting. I was like, my spirits were high. And not just because of the goal, but because of the style of play. There was pace, there was endeavor, and most importantly, there was intensity, and there was a lot of pressure, particularly in midfield. And how many times did we win the ball in midfield and just go right on the counter? That first 30 minutes, Man United looked like they didn't know what to do. You know, they really did. They looked like they just didn't know what to do. And now they did start to settle down that last 10 to 15 minutes of the first half. They started to settle down a little bit. And I think, and we can come on to this guy too, they started to figure out, like, look, we've got a guy we can plant in the middle of the box, and let's just start pinging the ball into that guy. And that was the right thing to do. I think we know that. But yeah, Rich, I mean, what'd you make of it? I thought that first 30 minutes was sensational. It really gave me a
Yeah.
lot of encouragement.
No, it was brilliant. And I've been saying this like after the last couple of games, we're looking like our old self,
Yeah.
which and to do it against a very informed side, by the way, very informed side. Let's not discredit what Manchester United have done so far under Michael Carrick,
Yeah.
but to do it with such ease. And the one big factor on that, it was so good to have both Mitchell and Munoz both high again, high up the. They caused United so many problems because United's wingers were like in no man's land. They're like, wait, do I track back? Like they were lost,
Yep.
And I guess look, you look at the SARS shot that Lennon saved. Could he have set? I believe Johnson was in the middle.
Yeah.
Everything was working. And you're right about that 30-minute mark. Because I think the last 15 minutes of the first half, I think we let ourselves down. And the reason I say that is, one, we should have been trying to get that second goal, which we had tried for the 15. No, football swings around the bus. Man United were going to have moments in it anyway.
Sure.
I just felt that we dropped off a bit.
Yeah.
And stuff. You know what's funny? Glasner mentioned that in his post-match as well. He said, we were just a little bit too passive the latter end of the first half, which obviously gave Man United their toes up.
Gave them some room to maneuver, yeah.
They were creating some half chances here and there, some from corners, so on and so forth, which then fed into like the beginning of the second half where they started off pretty bright and stuff. But all in all, honestly, I was really happy with the performance. I am going to ask you this question though, because I know this was a lot of debate. Johnson. Now I'm going to say it now. I don't think it was his worst game. Tactically, he was spot on for us. Decent corner for our goal. I thought he did exactly what the system the shape that we had was needed for.
Yeah.
And I'll be the first one to tell you I won't get someone starting every game. But I won't discredit what I think Johnson did in that game. What did you make of his performance?
I thought so too, and I thought it was the right setup because I knew we were going to have space in behind, and I knew what Glasner was going for. He's going for pace. He's going to try to peg them back, exploit the channels, and I thought Brennan Johnson was doing that. You mentioned for the shot that Sarr takes, and I don't mind Sarr taking it on. It's a pretty easy save for Lemons, but he sets himself, and he just whacks it, but it's just right at the keeper. So, it's not really a great chance. But Johnson has made the run, and not only that, he's done the right thing. He's bent his run, and he's come right center. He's right in front of the goal. And if Sarr has his head up and he can just, hit it slightly and just set it up for him, that might be a goal. I mean, he is right there. He has done the right thing. He's also made a couple of pretty good crosses, from his runs. So I thought he wasn't great, but I don't think, Millsy feels a little bit harsh to say he was anonymous because I don't think he was anonymous, but where I would say that the point that Millsy makes there is not wrong. I don't think his teammates are looking for him yet, Rich. And that maybe speaks to him still figuring out how to have a big role in this team. Like, it was not Sarr's natural instinct. Like, if Mateta's making that run or somebody else is making that run, Sarr's head is up and he's looking to see if he can get it to his teammate. He still might take the shot, but he might be looking for him. He was never looking for Johnson there. It didn't even occur to him that Johnson was going to be there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I guess the only other thing to mention from let's mention Max's goal. Unbelievable header, by the way. Unbelievable header. He's got 2 in 2 as well. And it was a bright start. I think all round, I thought we were good. I genuinely did think we were good.
Yeah.
We get into halftime, and at this time, because I'm out with my dad, just trying to get him like sorting out haircut and all of this jazz. So I'm listening to it on the Palace app. And I must admit, I think there was a decision that Glasden, I think he made a mistake. And that's in keeping Daichi Kamada on. Only because he had the booking.
Because he had the yellow?
Yes, that's the only reason. Because I actually thought Daichi played better than Adam Morton, in my personal opinion, like overall. But I then felt that we know Wharton can't tackle, and now Daichi can't put a tackle in, which once again helps the opponents creep up. Like he did against Wolves, and he made the change at halftime. I think he should have done the same thing and brought Wolves, Husey on at halftime, just because of the yellow.
I could see that, but I'm going to say it for a different reason. And I think there's going to be wide agreement with this statement here. Bruno Fernandes is, I mean, they're all pagans. It's in the name. The Red Devils, they're all pagans, but he's one of the worst. And I really hate this about the rule, Rich. I'm just going to make I have a beef with what I think Bruno Fernandes, I think he abuses one of the laws of the game, which is this. He wears the armband. He has the right. He is authorized to speak to the ref. That does not give you the right to abuse the ref just because you have the freaking armband. And he was, and I really do think this is true, Rich. He was begging Chris Kavanagh to get Daichi sent off. He was in his ear constantly. He was trying desperately to get Daichi sent off. It was embarrassing. It was disgusting. It was just like, come on. Just because you're wearing the armband. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I play devil's advocate on that, though?
Please.
Are we saying that because we're just too nice of a club?
Maybe, but I think that I do think that to me feels like, and then I guess, look, do you want to be that guy? Do you want to be like, you give the armband to Husey and Husey's just abusing the ref to see if we can get something? I don't really want that from us, but I hear your point. I think that's what he was doing, and I would have taken him off because it was, and when we get to the penalty,
Incident.
I think the incident.
All that nattering in the ear.
Yeah. I think,
and this is why I like. No, sorry, finish. You finish. Sorry.
No, I do think it is. At some point, Kavanagh, I think he buckled. And he caved, and that's where we got it. So I would have maybe taken Daichi off a little bit earlier because, I mean, Fernandes would not let it go. He was trying anything. He was desperate to get Daichi sent off. I think Daichi took a little bit too much stick for some misplaced passes. I thought he was pretty good. I don't know that he was better than Wharton, but I don't think he was worse than Wharton either. So I thought Daichi was fine. I think the entire team needs to work on their final third passing. It ain't just Daichi. Yeah. So, but yeah, that was very frustrating to watch. I really get sick of that guy just being, it feels to me like I got the armband on. You can't, I'm not coming at you and dissenting by talking to you and trying to I'm the captain. I have the right to come talk to you. It just frustrated the hell out of me, Rich.
No, understandable. And just on that point, there's like when I say are we too nice, I think we need someone, and I think Hughes is probably the only one that does it, that just natters at the ref say, just little things to maybe sway his decision or his thinking. Just like I always say, we need an S house. I think most teams have one, just even if it's just through time wasting or just something just to rile up the fan. We're just too nice and stuff. And maybe that's because that's us. We're a lovable club and so on and so forth. I just think we lack a bit of bite, One more thing.
Yeah.
And I see someone said Bruno G. Bruno G is a perfect example, actually, from Newcastle. he's just at S house, but it's not too much to get himself booked or anything.
Yeah.
You know, but it's enough to get the crowd lifted and pumped in a sense.
Yeah.
So one more thing before I go into the comments, because there's been loads and I don't want to ignore them.
Yeah, sure.
Apologies for ignoring the comments, obviously, on Thursday when we had, Saturday when we had the KG on, but Harry Maguire.
That was disgraceful too. Go on about this one.
I'm thinking, and I don't know if, because I know VAR's, they're looking to like incorporate some new rules next season. I think VAR's trying to do a bit too much, my personal opinion. But things like that, that needs to be punished.
Yeah, you should be specific what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. It's the phantom, boot to the face.
I've been kicked in the head.
Yes. And you have not.
And you have not. It's an absolute disgrace.
That's
so you know 100%. What I wish happened? And like I said, please alert me if this happened. Like I said, I was listening to the radio. I'm assuming that the ref gave a free kick.
I believe it was. He didn't issue a yellow, but it was an absolute. Yeah. It was a disgrace, and there is an argument, and maybe this is the argument you're making. If it becomes clear that you've done that, I don't care where you are on the pitch, that's a yellow for simulation.
Yeah, exactly that. And maybe, and like I said, and Mosey's saying as well, like, we don't need both. I agree. But if there are aspects of simulation and stuff like that, that's when I would say, listen, we've seen something, just come over and look at this. Because it will stop all that. It's cheating. It's cheating. You see people, you get players get pushed in the chest and they're holding their head. Yep. All those aspects and whatnot. So I just wanted to bring that one up because that too will tie up nicely with the whole foolishness decision that we had. Big up, Chairman. He also says need another choice yellow card.
This is what I thought too. Yeah.
We've put the survey in the chat and stuff, and I know a lot of people asking for either neither option or another. But because he blew and he had already made up his mind it was Dogso.
Yeah.
Those are the only two options that are viable.
Yeah.
I don't think he was ever going to give a free kick in the yellow. Even though I think that would have been
the right call, in my opinion.
The moment they said Dogso, it's going to be a penalty, and then the double jeopardy rule comes in, or a free kick and a sending off. So that's the reason why I haven't put that option.
Is it the VAR that tells him it's a Dogso, or is it Kavanaugh that decides it's a Dogso?
This was my allegedly.
Okay.
Now, allegedly, VAR had said it's not a red card. But Kavanaugh has said, no, I'm sticking with that decision. That's the allegedly. I don't know how true that is. It's just what's been coming out.
Fair enough.
And which makes Kavanaugh's thing even worse.
Yeah.
Big up Boomer Stanks, and I think the key point, it was never a Dogso. Yeah, exactly that.
I agree.
It was not a Dogso.
I agree.
The moment, but that's the problem. The moment they've called it Dogso, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
It's going to be a penalty and a yellow or
a red.
Or a free kick and a red. The fact that we got both is a disgrace.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
And I was saying to Tim before we got started here, guys, he might as well have just clattered Cunha. Because allegedly, as long as there's an attempt for the ball, you might as well just taking him out.
Yep. Yeah.
Big up Yo-Yo. He is a United fan. He said it was definitely soft. Cunha made a meal of it, but it was a foul. I don't think anyone's disputing whether it's a foul. Yo-Yo. We're saying that it was outside the box. But at the time Cunha got to the box, there was minimal, if any, contact whatsoever. In fact, no, let me get through the comments first before I re-show it from. But I'm sure he did not look at all angles. It's a disgrace.
Yeah.
Big up Ollie. Big up Mills. Yeah, so obviously here talking about it's a mad dive. Chairman saying here, Howardwell and Graham Scott, both ex-refs, said it was outside and yellow card at worst.
So that's the head of the PGMOL who said that.
Exactly that. But like I said, the moment he's decided it's Dogso,
Yeah.
There's nothing we could do about that. The dog soul part is the key part, and that's where he screwed up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Big up Ahmed said without the pen and sending off, they would have scored. I was there, and we was like the old Palace in that first half. And big up Ahmed for joining the chat.
I'm not
good.
sure I agree with that, and we'll talk about that. I'm not sure that I agree with that. I've in the light of day, Rich, I have decided, maybe incorrectly, that I do not believe that Palace deserved to lose. I think it's a disgrace that we lost. I think it's down to that decision, but I think a draw would have been likely and fair.
But with us winning at the time, I'm sure Glasner may have made adjustments.
Yeah.
You know,
maybe.
But then the moment we went down to 10, there's almost nothing we could do. Even if let's just say we went down to 10, but they had a free kick, they didn't score the free kick, we might have survived something. The moment the equalizer was, and don't get me wrong, we're going to come into the last 10, 15 minutes because with 10 men, I thought we were outstanding.
So we need to talk about that.
So
I thought we were out.
We will talk about it as well.
Incredible. Absolutely. Keep going.
Yeah. Big up to Nerf said, looked to me that it was fouls outside the box and therefore free kick. Dogson looked like bad and hardcore by the ref. Red and free kick would have been a better fit if red. Yeah, they 100% agree, which we'll be discussing. You said that it was anonymous. The referee in all rounds been bad. Burnley got done for badly.
They got hosed. Absolutely right.
Absolutely screwed up. Who else got done bad? Yes, Chelsea scored from the resulting corner, but my goodness, it's a penalty for either the handball or hug.
Yeah, no, that was. I mean, that looked like it looked like an Arsenal homer call, and then they actually got the goal. But it's been dreadful, no question.
Do you think Europe has killed you in the league this season? I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think our finishing has cost us in the league this season. Because even after those 100%. Games in Europe, we have missed chances. Yes, we tire after 60 minutes and stuff. And I think our fitness has got better recently.
Agreed.
But we could have been 2-3-0 outside in most of the games, and we haven't taken our chances.
Let's be clear. We're on 35 points right now. I think we could easily, Rich, we could have at least another 9 points on in the table if
minimum.
If we had done exactly what you said. If we'd finished chances, if we killed off games, we would be probably on 44 or 45 points, and we'd be sitting right in the middle of the European places. So it's our own fault. It's our own fault, and I don't think it has anything to do with Europe.
Yeah, but I'm saying we're going to come back to this because I can see where you're coming from, and I have a theory on this as well and stuff. I'm not saying that Johnson's not a left-sided player. No, he's definitely better suited to the right, but Sar's playing well there. So there's not much we can do. I don't understand why he persists with Johnson and Sar together. I think it was just for us to hit them on the break.
Yeah,
and like I said, for 30 minutes. It worked. It's just a shame we dropped off. Johnson doesn't suit this formation. I agree. Once we get into having wingers, I think it will come good. Mr. Blackboy, is that Jay or Joy? Joy. Says Kamada was good for the most part, but yellow's a problem. I think it's something. I think it's also because of our formation. Our midfielders do get run a bit. Our midfield 2's disciplinary record is terrible.
Yeah, it is.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
Also saying what you were saying there as well, that Bruno's constantly trying to get class. Yeah, he does it all the time. Mary saying Wharton's poor was play. The reason Kamada. Yeah. So in fact, Wharton's pass to Kamada stitched him up.
Yeah. It hung him completely out to dry, and then he has to make the grab, and it's a yellow. It's not like it isn't a yellow. It is a yellow, but completely hosed him.
Oh, this is Vibes. Vibes, how you doing, my bro? He said it's a pen because of what the rules say, but I don't know about the red. Cunha was smart. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. As much as I hate him because he's dived, I'm not going to blame Cunha because Cunha did what's best for him and Manchester United.
Yeah, it's not Cunha's fault. Yeah.
Yeah, this is on the ref.
Yeah,
and stuff.
absolutely.
Yes,
No.
he's flopped and he's dived. Yeah, that part, Cunha, you're pagan. But what he's done for his team, we can't complain too
Yeah.
much about it. Also saying here that Gay, to be fair, Gay, he literally
It's the
yanked
same.
Salah's shirt back.
And Mark was honestly, Mark actually had a handful. Like Max did not have a handful of Cunha's shirt, but Mark had a handful of Mo Salah's shirt, and he let it go. And the argument was that he let it go before Mo gets into the box, so they don't penalize anything. It's dicey. Mark gets away with one, but if that's the standard, then it makes it even more disgraceful of a call.
100%. And then I don't know if you those have seen the one with Anderson and Morgan Rogers. That one was in the box, but allegedly he didn't hold on for long enough.
I haven't seen that, but I don't think I want to.
Oh,
It'll make me more pissed.
I think you have to. I know it's going to make you more peed off, but I think you have to so you can understand the absurdity of it. Anderson, not in the Forest versus Villa at the Forest Ground. Have a look at it. You may want to mute because you're probably going to start effing and blinding, which is fine.
Do you want me to go look at this now? Is that what you're saying?
Have a look at it now.
So, all right. So this is not from. This is from the week. No, because they lost to Wolves.
No, this is a couple weeks back.
Okay.
I think it might be December. I think
keep
we
going.
need to rise up
for it
and take a leaf out of other teams' way of getting decisions. Yeah, 100%. Like I said, I think we're just too nice. The red came from a ref feeling pressurized, booking at most. Yep. Oh yeah, big up project. Obviously mentioning about Bruno G. Where else? Let me see if I've missed out anybody. I think that's everyone there. Colin's here as well. Big up, Colin. So what's up, guy? I accept neither option as it was a dive and Cunha should have been booked. Maguire adjusted at least 3 times, giving a player yellow yet did get booked. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I agree with that. We got the real Zil. Said I'm fairly new to, and we call it football here, so I'm not going to say the S word.
We have to talk about that. Talk about that, Rich. But I have a comment on, because I know what he's talking about. Do you know what the continuation rule is in the NBA? Do you know what he's talking about? So the continuation rule in the NBA, this is what, and I'm sorry, it could be she, just what they're talking about is the continuation rule in the NBA is, let's say you have the ball and you drive on the player and you're coming up and you're going to lay it up, right? You lay it up and you get fouled. Somebody slaps at the ball and instead hits you on the arm as you're going up for the layup. That slap on the arm, the ref blows, but you get a continuation. You get it. So if that layup
so that's
goes
the plus.
in,
that's the and one.
It's the and one. So if the layup goes in, free throw line, and you get an and one. The difference here in the laws of the game, in the laws of football, the difference here, it's not a bonus. It is if a foul starts outside the box but continues into the box, that's when the penalty is called. So it can start out the box and continue. So here how it would work. And I know Rich is going to show us this. It would be like if Max had grabbed Mateus Cunha, grabs him on the shoulder, and he hangs on to him as he enters the box, it's a penalty, even though it started outside the box, because it continues inside the box. But if he grabs him outside the box, and he lets go, and Cunha goes to the floor with no additional contact once he's in the box, it shouldn't be a penalty because the foul is not continued. That's the difference, right? Okay. I got that right. Yeah.
That makes sense. Big up Jay's in the chat as well. Here says, "How was ours a red? Wharton last week were a yellow. Somerville versus Chelsea waved off without a card, and countless other examples, but LACROIX'S red, corruption has to be 100%. And earlier, that the what do you call it? The water one was yellow because he basically tried to get the ball, and I put that in quotation marks. Tried to get the ball. He made an attempt for the ball, and stuff. And yet, that's all we're waiting for now. In a couple of weeks, they're going to come and give us an apology. That's what they're going to do.
Yes, right.
And not only that, they're going to change the rule that if it happens to someone else, it's going to be changed as well. We're the only ones that's going to get punished.
All right. I promise I will go back and look for this later, Rich, but I can't find it right now. The Anderson Rogers.
Let me see, you know what, I'll see if I can find it online and I'll email you a link.
Okay. If you find it, great. But let's just keep going so we don't screw up this.
Right. So I'm sure we should be okay with this because it's 3 seconds. It's only 3 seconds. But I'm gonna play you one angle of this incident.
Okay.
Oh
good.
My gosh.
Good. Do it.
It's actually gonna boil my blood.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it again. Watch Max's hand. He is very careful. It is a dive.
Yeah, for sure.
That is a clear dive.
So you have to, let's just talk about this from a practical perspective. If it is a foul that continues into the area, it has to be that Cunha gets pulled back. So you would see the action of him getting pulled back. You'd see him getting pulled back and then proceed forward. But you never see that. You never see that happen. I think if you want to call it a foul, and I'm okay with that. This is why I'm okay with, like, fine. You want to say he's impeded as he's getting ready to enter the box, give him a yellow, free kick outside the box, at the edge of the area. I totally get it because you could call him. You could say he impedes him. Okay, fair enough. But you're right. It's the dog so now. And so you have no choice as the ref. But it's madness. It's absolute madness because he has his arm. He briefly gets on it. He touches his shoulder. He's got on his shoulder, but he doesn't quite pull him back. And then he lets go. And in the act of letting go, he maybe has a finger or two as he's letting go. And Cunha gets into the box. So then it becomes, and I would be okay with it. Again, I'd be okay with it as a penalty if in every case contact in the box is deemed a penalty. But contact in the box is not always a penalty. Not always. That is not the way the game has been refereed forever. So since that's true, I can't explain that. I can't explain that decision. I think it is indefensible.
This is it. And this is a great point. How have you managed to fall forward, getting pulled back?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly right. Like that. So no blame for Cunha whatsoever. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to help his team by winning a penalty. So he does exactly what he's supposed to do. The ref is supposed to see that there's no additional contact in the box. So the penalty gets waived off. But even if the ref misses it, for the love of God, how does the VAR miss that? So that is where this is really. So I saw a lot of, and I'm not talking about anybody here, I saw a lot of Man United fans online yesterday really having a go at Oliver Glasner for calling it the Old Trafford bonus. I have to say, I'm not going to be apologetic about this. I am very happy to see our manager have a go at somebody else besides the fans, the club, or the board, and having a go at the refs. And he didn't really have a go at the refs. He did not really just absolutely cream Chris Kavanagh, which he could have, but he didn't. He called it, he said, like, that to me was a bit of an Old Trafford bonus. He didn't go right after him, but he said what he felt, and I think he was right to do it, and I'm glad he did it. I'm not going to apologize for it. I think he was right to say it.
And what it's going to do is reignite the viewpoint that everyone used to have about Manchester United and decisions, because now there's going to be a massive spotlight on decisions given their way. I have emailed you a link, by the way.
Okay, I'll take a look.
So good luck with that. Good luck with
that. Is it just gonna make me want to explode?
Yeah, and I'll give you the platform to do so as well, Tim. I'm just saying, this was given as no penalty when you see it.
Oh boy. All right. I keep going. Oh jeez. All right. I'm gonna copy this link.
Vibe said here, can you do the country a favor and beat Spurs? Then we rely on West Ham's dead team. In all fairness, bro, West Ham have got Man City, so yeah. We'll do our best. You know what? It's annoying because, like, obviously Max misses the one game. He misses the game against Spurs, and I had kind of already thought that we're gonna beat them.
So because I'm in the US, Rich, it won't play because it's UK.
Oh, you're joking.
It's UK Sky, so that's fine. If I can find it, I'll see if I can find it on. Oh, this is from 2024. I think I can find this. All right, I'll find it on NBC. But keep going. Sorry.
No problem. I'm actually going to see if I can find a workaround. And if this works, I'm a genius. I don't think it will, but I'll try.
Fine.
Yeah. So obviously, like I said, Max misses the game, but I think we should still have enough to beat Spurs. I reckon. It's just a shame that what do you call it? I don't see West Ham beating City, so it's not going to do any favors. So I'm just actually right. Let me do that. Hopefully, I've been able to have it onto my. Yeah, all right. Now, if I'm able to email you this, Tim, then this will be great. Give me a second.
Okay, I'm looking for the video here. So this is
hopefully attach a file, but I don't know if the file size is going to be too big. But it was disgusting. Let me just read some more comments. Big up Shaz says a family friend who's a Man United fan watched the match with my parents, and he said it was never a penalty. At least there's someone,
some sanity,
some sanity, because I mean there was even like some replying to like the tweet saying like the ref's disgrace. I just decided, you know what, I am not engaging with you. I am not engaging with you. I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. I mean, is there going to be? I mean, Howard Webb is the head of the PGMOL. He says it's not a pen. What is he going to do about it?
No, nothing done.
I mean, at this point there's only apologies, right? So, are we going to get an apology from him? I'll tell you what this. Let's move on, and I promise I will watch. I'll find it and I'll watch this after we're done.
I've sent you another email. You might have got it.
All right. I'll take a look for it. But let me tell you what it reminded me of, Rich. It reminded me of this. Do you remember? It's like 4 seasons ago at Sellers Park, playing Liverpool. We're down 2-1, but we're really fighting back. You know, it was the first time I had seen Mateta and Edouard play up front. Vieira changed it up and he put them up there as a 2. And Mateta delivers a great ball into Edouard. It's 2-1, and we're really going after him. And it looks like we're going to equalize. We're just putting them under huge amounts of pressure. And then, in the 85th freaking minute,
Jota,
the late Diego Jota, steers into. I mean, and he does. He takes a heavy touch, and he steers right into Vinny Gaeta.
Yeah,
and he does. I'm sorry, but he does. He's the one that initiates the contact. and Kevin Friend goes to the VAR screen for like 5 minutes and gives the penalty. And it's 3-1, and that's it. Game
100%.
over. It was dreadful. It was like the worst. So it was like that. That's what it felt like to me, Rich.
No, 100%. Big up to JD Morgan, and big up to Catch Up. Go subscribe to Catch Up as well. Great channel. You probably see some oranges in the chat. That's all that's their thing. Oranges in the chat. So big up to them, and thanks for the raid. Obviously, we went 2-1 down. I must say, Sesko's header was incredible, by the way.
It was.
Obviously, I guess Riyad could have closed it down a bit quicker. Camvo could have been a bit stronger. All of that stuff. But there's something about how we played with 10 men that I want to focus on. We actually pegged them back. Now, granted, the final ball was the issue. But he's watching it. He's watching it.
What in the... Okay. I'm sorry. I've just seen it, Rich. Nah.
And that was this season. That's this season, by the way.
Nah. Come on. You can't tell me that that's not a penalty and what we just saw is a penalty. You can't. It just melts your brain, doesn't it? It melts your brain, the inconsistency in the game. And this is what happens, right? I'm not accusing Man United fans of look, if you support your club, you support your club. I get it. But this is why. This is the kind of stuff that leads fans like us, Palace fans, to say, league's corrupt, game's gone. You see, I'm going to curse, not going to curse. But you know what I mean? You see that, and that's when you go, well, game's gone. Game's gone. Then it is I said this yesterday. D was asking me, who would I like to see relegated? Would I like to see Spurs relegated? My answer is yes, but only for this reason, Rich. It's not because I dislike Spurs. It's none of that. I don't want this game to change. I am not an American who wants to change English football, but I tell you what I would like to see. I would like to see this. I'm sorry to say this, Man United fans. Actually, I'm not sorry, but I get that this is not going to be kind of me to say, but I don't mean it in an unkind way. If you want this league to be a competitive league where it is genuine, where everybody comes in with not the same amount of hope, but more hope, and the league is vibrant and interesting, then it has to be possible. Sorry. Man United must be allowed to go down. That has to be possible. That has to be possible. I'm sorry, but that must be possible. And right now, there is an elite cabal of clubs, Man United is among them, that can never go down. They can never go down to the championship. They have too much money. This is true probably of Spurs. It is absolutely true of City. Unless they get hit with the 115 charges, then it'll happen. It's definitely true of Liverpool. It's definitely true of Chelsea. It can never happen again. The rules have changed. The structure is different. Those clubs can never go down. And then what will happen, if it does happen, then you don't change anything in the structure of this beautiful game, but you have natural turnover. Then suddenly, because Man United is out of the league for a couple of seasons, now all of a sudden, holy smokes, Fulham's on the move or something like that. Things can happen because teams can't guarantee themselves a spot in the elite forever. It just has to happen. Yeah. It ain't going to happen, but if you want to fix things and make them more vibrant, that's going to happen. So that's why calls like this it just lead us to say like, well, of course, this is just what happens. Even if that's not true, that's why we feel the way we feel.
Yeah. And you know what I find quite interesting as well? Aston Villa, yeah, they probably hate us the most because we always beat them. But the amount of Villa fans online were like, that is because obviously now Man United have leapfrogged Villa in the league. They were fuming about it. It's like, Palace have been robbed. I'm thinking, oh snap, we've got friends. I thought they didn't like us.
But it's true though. And there's a lot of, solidarity amongst the clubs who are aspirational, us among them, that want we just want a fair shot. We just want a fair shot. And so like when we saw this yesterday, to me, it felt like just incredible injustice.
100%. Vibes is a Man United fan, by the way, Tim. He said, no, change English football by relegating Spurs.
I mean, I'm fine with that too. It's not personal. I hope Vibes gets that. It's not personal. I'm not trying to say like go kick Man United out. It's not personal. I just like you don't want to. I'm not that American fan who says like we should have salary caps and you should do it more like no. It's a great system. It works great. But if you want to have a better financial system such that a big club that makes like I want it so that the financial mistakes that my club makes don't penalize my club more than it penalizes your club. If you make dramatic financial mistakes, I want you to face the same penalties that my club faces. That's what I want. I want it to be fair. So if you're stupid and you pay the market price of stupidity, fair enough. I don't want us to pay the market price of stupidity and you not pay the market price of stupidity. Yeah. That's not right.
That's true. And, you make a valid point, and just like the whole pyramid of it, and I see a lot of people talk, it's like Mary mentioned about the money and the whole thing's corrupt and so on and so forth. You look at, obviously, and I know we've deviated a little bit, Man City have got 115 charges. That's taken about 4 years, I believe.
Yeah.
But the likes of Sheffield Wednesday, Leicester.
Yep. Exactly. Let's talk about that. Right.
Exactly. Blackburn, I believe, have all had their decisions made like that. And
Forest and Everton. Yep.
As well, have made all the decisions made quickly.
Absolutely. And, so where's the justice in that? 100%, Rich. Like, speed is an indicator of justice. So, like, there are real questions about City. Where's the justice? I mean, I get that it's complex, but figure it out. Figure it out. We're all waiting.
No, absolutely. Colin says, "Hey, Villa fans, if we can't beat them, train them." There was a comment earlier. I wanted to let's end on this one regarding Evan Gasson's performance.
Yes, now your performance yesterday was great. I really liked it, Rich.
I thought so, but at the same time, I could understand the comment basically saying that he felt like he didn't care. And you know what? I can see aspects of that.
Who said that Gasson? It felt like Gasson didn't care.
Oh, this is way at the top. Let me see if I can find it.
I mean,
what I think it was?
I need more explanation in that.
For him, I think he's come under a terrible time because obviously we're now down to 10.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say maybe not care. I think that's a bit harsh. But I would have been disgruntled as well. Not started. I've just scored 2 and 2.
Sure. Yeah. I didn't see him look disgruntled. I thought the comment was going to be more about, because I heard this yesterday, is he lost the ball way too much. For the first time, second half. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure that I agree with this. The thing I thought I saw him doing, and the criticism I thought I saw, was that he was losing the ball too much. And I thought, that's true. He is losing the ball too much. But I thought when we were down to 10, he was accepting the ball and trying to turn and then trying to get into the area, and then he would make a little bit of progress and then he'd lose the ball. Or he'd have a slightly heavy touch, which is something that I think both you and JC have pointed out for him. He needs to improve his touch. Fair enough, right? Like I think that's right. But my mitigation to that is for Gesson specifically, I think that is his game. I do think he will get better, but I would remind folks that he is the guy that we have been just thirsting for, who will take on a player. And one of the things that we're going to see when he takes on the player, he's going to lose the ball. I remember I was there when we all were like, how many times is Ebbs going to lose the ball? How many times is he turning into danger and going to lose the ball and try to hero ball it instead of seeing if he could find Mitchell or he could find somebody? Like, it happened so many times, and so many of us were so frustrated with him.
Yeah.
So I have
do you know
a lot
what
of grace.
Do you know what impressed me so much with his performance?
Yep.
I didn't realize how strong he was on the ball.
Oh yeah, and
he was holding off like 2 or 3 players at a time.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So yeah.
I was happy with it. But can we talk briefly, and then I know we got to run, but that final 10 to 15 minutes. This is the thing. So I was very frustrated yesterday, but I was also very encouraged. That 10 to 15 minutes was outstanding. It does look like, if you look at the stats, if you just look at the stats, it's going to suggest to you that Man United absolutely dominated that match. What it won't say is that of Dino's 9 saves, like 7 of them come late in the second half.
Yeah.
When Palace decides with 10 men,
we're just going to go for it.
to come out. We're just going to come out. We're just going to come out. And I mean,
and those saves were phenomenal, by the way.
They were phenomenal. But I have to say, like, what a joy to see us come out. And we're like, with 10 men, we're pressing. Like, we were pressing. I thought it was crazy and very encouraging, because that's a team that strikes, like, you don't do that unless you have some belief, like, look, we can get something here. We're not giving up. And that really, that felt encouraging to me, Rich.
No, it was brilliant. And also added to that, like I said, I just think just the final ball. Because I know Pino played one towards Gesson, and it was just overhit late in the game. And it's just those little annoying things that if we had got that right, we might have got a shot off, you know, and so on and so forth. But that fight, I thought Will Hughes was sensational when he came on, you know, because effectively he had to play in there. And then when Kamada came off, it was him and Pino, you know. And then obviously Pino's not a natural centre midfielder, but Hughes was everywhere. Munoz all of a sudden found energy. Sarr had a second lease of life. Gesson was holding up the ball, linking up play really well and stuff. It was just such a shame that it had to come down to it. But on the flip side, I'm like, for the first time in a while, I've seen the Palace of old again.
Yeah.
We looked dynamic. We looked strong. We looked competitive. We looked like we wanted to be there.
Yep.
And if we could take that into the last 10 games of the season, and obviously at the Conference League as well, I think we can finish the season very strong.
I do too. We've done this before, and it's the sort of performance that gives you a bit of hope. There's still work that needs to be done to increase the cutting edge and increase the threat. I think the dynamism was great. That's a first start. The intensity, especially the intensity on just 3 days, was extremely encouraging, because Man United had a full week of rest. We're coming off a Thursday night game. I thought that was the intensity that the team showed despite the short rest was admirable. But the cutting edge needs to improve. The finishing, as always, final third passes, as always, needs to improve. But so you can't say it was. This is why I thought a draw would be fair, because I'll give props I thought Benjamin Sesko was Šeško. He's a menace. He is a menace, and I thought his goal was very well taken.
Unbelievable
And
finish, by the way.
and that so I don't think we would have held them off for a clean sheet, because I thought he was very good. And it's easy to forget, but not early, but like midway, like right as they started to assert themselves, they started getting balls into Šeško, and he latches onto one. He beats Max to latch onto one. It just turns out he hits it right at Dino, but he hits it hard, and it's true. It's on target. So I think they still would have got the goal with the way Šeško was playing. But I think 1-1 would have been fair. So I think we didn't deserve to lose, but I'm not going to say we would have deserved to win. I think 1 point would have been fair, and it's just a shame we never got that. We got that chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to wrap up, Reza, do you think other clubs will be after Henderson in the summer? There's a report saying that we're already shutting that down, because I think Spurs are interested. We're already shutting
there
it down.
Was it like 2 months ago? There was talk of getting him on a new deal. There's been talk, alternatively, in the past few months of getting both him and Chris Richards on a new deal. And I would say, please get both of those done as soon as possible. Richards was very important yesterday again. And he's going to be really important on Thursday.
Absolutely.
So,
and last one, Colin said, apparently Mateta and Lerma could be back for Thursday. Thoughts if Mateta starts. Is it this Thursday, or are they back for after this game?
I thought it was after this game, but if Colin's right, I don't think I would start Mateta for this game. But no. I would.
I wouldn't even start Lerma. Like we can't risk another injury just yet. We're just gonna have to trust Canvo and Riyad, who I think have been decent. Canvo, I think he's been good. All right, he did lose Sesko for the header. It happens. He's 19, and Sesko's a beast. But I think Canvo's been good.
I think so too. I think we should trust those two players. I think they've been very good. But we'll see. There's development here, and there's a lot of young players that are going to come back into the mix over the summer, and that is another, hopefully, selling point for a new manager, a new coach to come in and say, like, look, you got a bunch of talent here. What do you want to do? And who are we? Like, we're going to lose a bunch of players, but we're also going to have a bunch of players that a coach is going to be able to say, like, okay, well, what can I do with, these players? The only disappointment in that group of young players, I'm including Canvo and Riyad in this, is like Mustafa, who seems to have been injured, and then he hasn't really established himself yet.
Yeah, and he's not getting minutes at West Brom either.
Not yet. So,
playing for the 21, and Danny Emery's not having the best of times either.
No, not right now. But Ozo is looking good, and Romain Esse had a good run at Coventry. Hopefully that continues. Like, there are other players.
I don't think he's started a game in a while, actually.
Yeah, he's sort of dropped off of off the radar. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, you hope that there is more that's coming in the summer. But I don't know. I'm with you. This felt like immensely frustrating, but it's so conflicting. Immensely frustrating, very encouraging.
But proud, yeah.
But proud.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. We'll have the Spurs preview either tomorrow or Wednesday. That's about it for this week. There's not much. And then is it FA Cup this weekend?
I don't know if it's this. It might be this weekend, but
we don't have a game for a while.
Yeah, there's a long break after this, right? There's a long break.
Oh, let me have a look. Matches. All right, so we've obviously got Larnaca next week. Yes. Sorry. Then we've got Leeds. Then we've got the return leg of Larnaca, and then there's a long break.
Okay. Yep. I mean, I'll tell you.
Thursday, Sunday, Thursday.
Let's hope that our manager can use this time to really get some sharpness into the legs, so we can finish really strong.
Yeah, 100%.
we've got a real chance here to do something special before this season ends, and this is usually our time. as a club. I mean, springtime is usually Palace time, so let's go. Come on.
No, absolutely. Tim, pleasure as always. Guys, smash the like button on the way out. Thanks for your engagement in the chat and stuff. This was a nice therapy session. I'm glad we've got that out of the way now, because I was livid. I was absolutely livid. I probably still will be, but I feel a lot better now. And I guess that is it. Guys, up the Palace.
Up the Palace.
Eagles.
Eagles.